What is going on, you guys? This is All Day Any Day 1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you another Defiance 2050 video. So this video, I'm going to be giving you a basically like a top tier list of your classes. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that any of these classes are bad, any of the classes that are placed last, and so it doesn't mean that the first place class is better than all of the classes just by like miles. This is also based off of my own opinion and my own experience with each and every individual class. Now, I'm only going to be using the Combat Medic, Assault, Assassin, and the Guardian. I'm not going to be adding the Demolitionist or Crusader or Engineer when those two get added, just because, I want to keep it to where it's based off for people who are starting the game. So this is basically a top tier list for starting classes. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video and enjoy the rest of the clip. So we're going to go ahead and start off with number 4, which is going to be the Guardian. So the Guardian is definitely a great class for anyone to play as if you want to be the type of player that is going to be taking a lot of damage. If you like to play as a tank, then yes, I would highly recommend this class. But if you're unsure of what classes to play as, I would try to kind of stay away from the Guardian at first. I'm not saying he's a bad class, but when it comes to survivability, he does have a lot of good perks that allows him to soak up damage, but he has no way of gaining health back. And also his damage, or her damage, is just not up to par compared to others. But that being said, the Guardian is a very good class, or a very durable class. So it would take a lot of hits for the Guardian to actually get killed before it starts getting hard for the players to use them. So taking number 3 is going to be the Assassin. The Assassin is definitely by far the strongest class in the game when it comes to putting out damage numbers. But when it comes to survivability, it is one of the lowest classes, just in general through the game, that has the lowest survivability. Your only survivability ability will be the fact that you can melt enemies down quick, and your stealth. Now, that being said, the Assassin is definitely great for those people, the type of players that want to pretty much put out as much damage as possible, trying to make a fight go a little bit faster, and just if you want to see big numbers. So Tekken number 2 is going to be your Assault class. So the Assault class is basically your all-rounded class. It doesn't have the durability that the Guardian has, and maybe it doesn't put out as much damage as the Assault, but this class can still put out a lot of damage, and it can still heal himself or herself with the healing stem. And if you don't want to go with the healing stem, you can still put out a lot of damage with the melee boost. And then you also get a speed boost as well, which makes it a lot easier just to get away from danger and whatnot, if just in case that you get yourself in a tight situation. So for the last one is going to be your medic, the Combat Medic. Now, the Combat Medic isn't necessarily the traditional healer where they can manually heal your allies or yourself, but with the Combat Medic, you get a bunch of different buffs with having your combat drone or your medic drone. That drone can increase your fire rate, it can increase your damage, it gives you ammo back, and it can also reduce your self-revive as well. And then you have another ability where you can buff your own damage, and then another ability where you can reduce the cooldown of your abilities and your allies' abilities by 70%. All of that makes this class definitely one of the best classes in my opinion, because one, it allows you to put out as much damage as possible, and being support to your allies, allowing them to put out as much damage as possible. And then also the survivability for the Combat Medic is almost as good as the Guardian when it comes to durability, because your healing bot, as long as your healing bot does not die, it is going to constantly keep healing you anytime you're taking damage. And if you are using a Rebel Shield, then the Rebel Shield is going to allow your combat drone to consistently keep healing you, because it's trying to heal your shield, which you don't have. So this class is definitely a class that people should probably end up trying to get. I would say either start with this class or at least unlock this class second, because this is a class that everyone, I believe everyone should have, mainly because of the buffs. The buffs will definitely help out in a team situation.